Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of City Skylines, and today we are going to do something with this industrial zone. We've got a couple plans for it. Obviously, I've had some issues, and I think I had some issues last episode with power. And I noticed that some of my power plants are not getting the fuel fast enough, and that's one due to some traffic for this roundabout, which I've talked about many times, and this thing's probably really close to going. I think I might move this commercial area over to this side into maybe the big city, or I might downsize it and move it closer to the neighborhood to try to alleviate some of the traffic here, and then I'm going to try to figure out some sort of either small interchange or something that I can try to get these industry trucks as fast as possible over to here. Now, it would be nice if I had land on the other side and maybe had another opening. If I had the land across, I could possibly do a junction down there and have a bridge coming across the river here, but we don't have that option right now. So that is one thing that I want to take care of. Another thing I want to take care of is I need to future-proof myself a bit here, and we're going to go ahead and get another coal plant. So yes, we are going to be pumping even more dirty air, so we're going to do that. We're going to move our other coal plants too, or actually I think we have a oil plant. We're going to move these, and there's a reason I'm moving these. A, to get them all bundled together, because I don't know why I spread them out the way I did. So let's move that one. I'm going to tick some people off here by moving these plants around. Another thing that I really need to do, I would like to, let's see, where do we want to go with this bad boy? Let's stick you right in the middle here. Another thing I want to do, I want the rail yard that I'm about to get. It's the cargo terminal. That's going to help get stuff quicker in and out here. Now, one thing I'm going to need with that, I'm going to need to figure out where I need to go, because if I stick it here, this road right now is in not very good shape. It needs to be bigger. I probably need to go beyond it or figure out another solution, because that's going to bring a ton of traffic. So that's another problem I'm having, and let's move this plant here. Trying to see if there's any important buildings that I need to move that are on this edge. Let's see. Man, this industrial section, it sounds horrible. Box factory, I think that's it. I thought I had a fire station around here somewhere. It's got a loss. Let's see if we can light it up real quick. Fire station, fire station, fire station. You are right there on the corner, okay. That one's probably gonna have to move too. We're gonna move him, that seems to be like a bit of a traffic jam there. Let's move him to this corner, so he's right in the middle. As soon as fire trucks get out, they can go pretty much anywhere with ease. I'm a little worried about this intersection here. Now, ideally, I'd like to upgrade this outer ring of this industrial zone. Now, these two horrible landfills are in the way, and they are full right now, so we're going to start to empty these. And we're going to empty these, hopefully, into some incinerary plants. I need a couple of those, and right now we're a little low on cash. We can't do that. So I've got to wait on that, but they're going to start emptying into, hopefully, in which I don't want to do it, but for a temporary solution, I need landfills down here to be away from the terminal, so we are going to place a new one over here. So as much as I complain about them being over there, we're going to take our problems from over there and move them over here. I know, it's strange, isn't it? So we're going to move those. So we're going to let this kind of even out real quick. They're going to start emptying those. We should hit our milestone here very quick. So as soon as we hit that, we'll be able to try to buy that cargo. And we're going to be a little low on cash. I also need to plan where I want to stick the thing. The railroad track runs right up the side here. Now we could stick this way out here, but that's going to divert industry traffic from highway probably down this main avenue, or they might even flood the residential zone, which we really don't want that. Like, this area is nice and the traffic's not bad. Most of the cars you see on screen are really just parked up and down the streets. There's hardly any moving traffic here. Man, I forgot how nice this actually looks over here. This is a very nice neighborhood. But anyways, this is our problem. I got overzealous when I started placing these industrial zones, and I just did not think for the future, because it's like, oh, we're going to go green, we're going to go green. Well, to go green, we need a little bit better planning than this. Now, we do have some things going for us. Of course, we built the university last episode, so we should, hopefully in the future, I think you can convert to more of a high-tech industrial. So that is one of the plans. So doing that, see, we're running low on fuel here, and this is one of my problems I'm looking at. That's a concern here, and I think it's because the industry trucks are just not getting here fast enough. Now, if they were smart, which the traffic is still questionable here, they're all staying in the right lane. This is clearly a big enough road, but maybe the road here needs to be bigger. Maybe they'll utilize more lanes. Oh, there's our milestone. This should give us a little cash bonus, and that was the cargo terminal I was waiting on, so we've got that. I've got some more unlocks, some new policies. Got the high-rise ban, which I was looking to use that. I was going to use it on the smaller neighborhoods that I wanted to keep those medium-sized apartments in eventually. So, got some plans for that, but we can't quite utilize this yet. So, we're going to exit there. I'm going to monitor this traffic pattern. Now, they seem to still not understand the use of several lanes. Like, even with that road being wider, we're still backed up. So that is not, it's not good. Not good at all. I could dump them. And is this a light? I wonder what happens if I got rid of this light. I know that's a very, very dangerous thing, but the traffic doesn't crash. Just out of curiosity, what do you guys do? That is not good because, yeah, they're just going through and they're ignoring each other. So yeah, we're gonna need a stoplight there. So yeah, we are in a bit of a pickle here. Let's check our power. Our power's going down, and it's because we're not getting fuel to these things. You know, I really wish we could, and I'm thinking about it now, how much power does this produce? Let's see, it's 50 milliwatts, I think it's milliwatts. That's 28 because that's low on fuel. 50. You would need an absolute ton of wind energy to be able to pull that off. These max produce 8, and looks like we're only getting about 6. Like, this would be a nice area for a wind farm. I do almost have the funds to basically back myself up. I don't wonder if this is a time to go green. I need to quit talking about it. I need to do it. Let's do it. Let's make a wind farm. I think out here, don't want to go in the corner up here. Maybe we do want to go in the corner. What's producing better? That's 6. Do we have any 7s or 8s? Ooh, there's more wind out here, but that's across the street. It's not a big enough patch either. I'm just envisioning this right now in my head. I'm picturing the big city here. You've got the shoreline back here. I think a wind farm up in this corner is going to be fine. So bear with me. I'm not going to do these the most even. I'm going to try to get them fairly close. But here we go. This is a huge investment. But I think that this might be a solution for the fuel, besides, of course, correcting our traffic. But, I mean, we've always talked about going green. This is a way to go green. So there we go. We've got one more. Let's run that power line over. So we're producing quite a bit there. Let's see. We're going to run across the highway. Probably there. We'll go straight up. And, of course, we already don't have enough money. We've spent a lot there. That was a pretty tremendous amount of money, but that's a lot of power out there. That's replacing probably a couple, 2 or 3 of those power plants, that's good. It's actually really good. And a lot of people have already talked about, hey, you need to go green, so here we go. Just waiting for that. I don't have any loans I can take out, by the way, if you're wondering. We're getting close there. So as soon as we hook that up, that's like our backup supply, and I think everybody has access to that power from the power lines that I'm seeing. So yeah, everything looks good there. So soon, let's go ahead and speed up a little bit of time here. There we go. All right. We now have power. We have a lot of power. That's good. That's actually a relief. That works, and those look nice out there, and we'll be able to add more. We can slowly add these. So you know what? Maybe there is an option to completely quit polluting the air out here. But anyways, let's go ahead. We're going to need to add some housing here, and then I think I still want that cargo terminal because I feel like we can make this area really flourish if we can get that in. Alright, right now we are adding some housing out here to Sheffield Square, and I don't know why. I need to just get rid of the square, maybe call it Drive, because it doesn't make sense. Now, a lot of my subs have been, they've been kind of giving me names, like, for stuff to call these neighborhoods, and someone was like, you need to call it, like, sub-section or something, or name it after, you know, other YouTube channels, and I was like, that's kind of cool, and, oh, I'm sorry, I deleted your house there. You got a little click happy here. Let's see, that connects. I'm about to destroy a power line here. Let's go ahead and make that go out that way. Now, I know this is still somewhat grid-like, and I've been meaning to kind of back away from grids, which eventually that is going to be the plan, and really, is that close? You know, if we run that right here, these houses should fill it out, because there's demand for it, so let's go ahead and highlight all the way out here. Seems like we're having a bit of a trash issue in the neighborhood, which that's not good for land value. Yeah, it is quite a predicament, isn't it? Is it because we're not getting trucks out, or is it because we're just... It might be because we added, or we're emptying 2 landfills and we added 1 over here, and they're still transferring. So let's add 1 more, and I know that's adding to the problem here. So we're going to start to run that, because it seems to be a trash problem. I'm watching electricity flashes, too. Yeah, we're getting flashes because they're not connected out here. Alright, we're going to run that right there. That should connect us back to the wind farm. Okay, we've got that, but we still have a bit of a trash issue. Now, I could just say, oh, we'll just add a landfill out here and get 1 closer, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all, so hopefully they come out here and start clearing it up. Now, I have been tempted to connect this neighborhood to that avenue to give another... Wow, this trash problem is actually big. Okay, buddies, what are we doing here? Let's stop emptying one of these real quick, and let's get some trucks rolling here, because that's not good. That's way too many trash icons. They're starting to clean them up now, but I don't like seeing that at all, so... Yeah, I've been tempted to connect that. I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not. Like, I'm forcing everybody out to this avenue here, which I could technically connect it here. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Or maybe that's the game telling me, hey, don't do that yet. You know, we're gonna wait. Even though that traffic backup is horrendous. Yeah, we've got to open up that avenue. You got to. There's no other way around it. Do I want to open it up there, or do I want to open it up off another street? I guess it would make the most sense opening up off of this one. Gotta figure out why I can't do it straight, though. I can do it somewhat sideways, which is kind of that bugs me. Let's try that. I know I said I wasn't going to connect it, but we're going to have to try this for now. And there goes a garbage truck, so maybe this will get some of the garbage trucks out of this little jam here. And, you know, if they were smart enough, if I were to open this up to say a 4-lane, even just that, they won't use it. Like, this used to be an issue. I know the traffic has gotten better, but it still seems like they don't utilize some of the roads that you give them. Okay, that's quite a few lanes there, and I wonder if I eliminated that light, would that really matter? I mean, obviously we're not going to have collisions, so let's get rid of that light and let them pour in here. That should eliminate that. I mean, there's not really many other places to go here. As you can see, the conga line of cars passing by, but that's a temporary, that might be a temporary fix to that. I'm not 100% happy with what I'm doing here, so... We'll see how the traffic starts to flow. Obviously, they're definitely using this avenue, and I see tons of garbage trucks, so that's really good to see. So that means we're getting rid of our garbage problem here, so that's nice. We need that cargo yard. I need to go ahead and take care of that. I'm really worried what it's going to do to this, though, and I think it's going to make this worse. So I'm probably going to have to commit, though. I mean, it's the only way I can think of doing it. So what we're going to do here, let's go ahead. We're going to chop this road down. And maybe I can make it... Do I want to do an avenue, or do I want to do a 6-lane? I don't know how the traffic's going to file in. If I had to guess, they're going to file in single file because they don't really like to use several lanes, apparently. Now, I could force it into a one-way and force them in and force them out and empty them out in here. I could force this whole thing into one-way. I mean, of course, they're probably going to use an intersection somewhere. Let's do that real quick. Let's do a one-way here. We're going to do it right here, here. This is all going to be a one-way. So we're going to make this road I still need to technically go in front of those landfills, so right here. Okay, so that's a one-way. It's a little bit bigger street, and we're going to continue that one-way up here and here. And all those garbage trucks just noped out of there real quick, so... Did you just reverse on me here? There we go. Okay, that's one way. It's a wraparound here. I think I'm going to make an additional one to keep the cargo traffic away from this landfill, which realistically, I just want to move these things. That way I don't have to worry about cargo traffic interfering with garbage traffic. If that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. Now, I know I have high demands in industrial and residential right now. I know I'm kind of ignoring them at the moment. My ultimate goal is to get this running right now. So, we're going to place this here, I think. Yeah, we're going to place this here. And the hope is that this ding-dong traffic is going to realize this is a one-way to the left, that they're going to have to utilize these two lanes here, and that shouldn't cause as big of a backup. But that is all going to depend on what City Skylines traffic's going to think it needs to do. And that's what kind of has me worried. So we're going to test this out. This could be a catastrophic failure, I don't know. Let's go ahead and connect a rail track to this. Let's do a curved one. At least I don't think you really want to connect it to the main line, because technically other trains have to pass by, so I would like to do that without ruining the power line. I guess that's not a bad angle. Okay, so we've got a rail station, so we should have our first rail car come very shortly. I know we're interacting with garbage traffic a little bit, but I think if I can keep this flowing... Is this a light here? We're going to eliminate this light. I think that's a good plan. Let's eliminate that one to keep this traffic flowing. Now, they're still stopped here, which is kind of bad. But I could do another road, like a break-off road from here, but that's still going to create a stoplight, so that doesn't technically help me, does it? No, it doesn't. I really just have to wait for that first train to come in, and we'll see what happens there. Alright, here we go. Here comes the flood. I just watched a train pass by. They are starting to utilize the terminal here, and that's got me a little afraid. Now, we are running smoothly here, and we've eliminated this light. Of course, we don't have collisions here, so we don't have to worry about them running into each other. So, they are using it. Now, this back here is just apps. Did I get rid of the light? No, there's still a light here. I think that people are confused. Now, they are starting to jump into that lane to turn into the cargo here. I just wish they would jump into the lane sooner. They don't realize until last moment, like, oh, hey, guess what? I need to turn left right here. And they do it last moment, so it creates this backup still. Which the backup, admittedly, isn't quite as bad as it was. They're still hugging that right lane, but actually they're using two lanes here. But that's some of the traffic trying to get into the commercial area. I don't wonder... No, if I create a light there, that's going to create... As soon as it turns red, it's going to stack up to the highway, so I don't want to do that, but... let's see what happens here. Another thing, as soon as I can eliminate these two landfills, which they're emptying right now, I'll be a lot happier. What's going on here? Okay, they're stopped at that light. I don't wonder if maybe I should get rid of that. This road here. I think eliminating this road, which is not going to affect any businesses, I don't believe. There we go. That's going to let traffic flow through now, and it doesn't affect, these are just power plants. Now, I see the fuel icons. Are we still good electricity-wise? Yes. Now, question is, in this one, apparently I got rid of where it couldn't face the road. Let's relocate it real quick. There we go. Let's give them four. Do I want to give them 4 lanes, or I want to keep the avenue? The avenue looks kind of okay, even though they're not really utilizing it. They might as well just go with a 4-lane road, I guess. Let's see what that looks like real quick. Upgrade 4-lane. Does that really make a difference between that and the avenue? I mean, it gives us a little more zoning, so let's go ahead and do that. I really probably should have done that to this whole area. The whole fact, I mean, it's an industrial zone. We're going to have trucks in and out all day, and that was probably one of my mistakes when I made this zone. And let's see if that frees up traffic. Let's go ahead and do it to this side, too. So this is all trying to future-proof this, and it looks like we're begging for some workers here. We'll fix that here in a second. Try to get some more residential in. Let's see if that helps. That's going to give a couple more lanes to flow through. Still looks like we have a bit of a traffic problem here. So let's let that even out real quick and we'll see what happens. We'll come back to that here in a second. Let's see, how are we out here? Looks like somebody doesn't have water, apparently. Oh, buddy, you're just right on the edge, aren't you? Now, I could put a line of houses up here. Now, that is awfully close to the highway and the train. Eventually, I'd like to make this highway either elevated and or have a sound barrier, which I do believe I have the sound barrier, but that's going to be a big investment, which I don't think I'm going to make yet. What move do I want to make next? I've talked about the neighborhood over here, but I think I'm going to wait once again on that and just try to tightly pack some more people. So let's go ahead and add another street to Sheffield Square. Let's make sure everybody's getting in that zone. I need to check the new policies out. I'm pretty sure some more ways I can get them to move out here, because I've been ignoring these people a little bit, and as you can see, they have tightly packed into here, so... Alright, that street should fill up pretty quick. I think I'm going to need to give them another park, because this is a big neighborhood for one little park over here, so we'll do that. Let's see, what do we have? I've seen that industrial demand just absolutely skyrocket, especially right after we put that rail yard in. Everybody's trying to get their goods shipped. Let's see, where do we want to stick maybe something for them to do here? You know, I guess we technically could place it at the school and make it look like it belongs to the school. We got a tennis club here. It's kind of nice. I don't know if that would go in the little square section I have. Like, I guess I'd have to stick it to the side or stick it behind. But maybe that is out of range. Seems like we're happy in this little radius here, but... You know, if it reminds me a little bit of the old Sim Cities. You used to almost have to have a park every couple blocks just to make people happy, and that's a little bit of a pain in the butt. It's like everybody's too lazy to go drive to a park. So, I could stick one out here. As like a, I mean, it's not going to be like a pretty nice little park that's going to have all the stuff surrounding it. It's just going to be a park to basically make some people happy and get them off my back. So... we're going to stick a playground out here. We might actually stick it... I'm going to stick it on a corner. Maybe we'll stick it on a corner up here. Can I make that face the street? Maybe about right there. So they're going to get a little playground right there. No, it's not much. I know I'm not going to decorate it. A lot of people ask me about designing. Of course, that is in the future. I'm really just trying to stabilize everything and get a working infrastructure, because as soon as we go and start to try to create that big city, that's when we're going to run into some issues. Because I gotta make sure it's not gonna break our powers back. And what is up with the dead bodies here? Are we not... the healthcare has finally gone down. And this is fine. I can totally take care of this. We're gonna get another medical center. Where do I want to stick it? I guess we're gonna keep it in town. I know it's gonna be weird that it's kind of close to the other one, but... it's not gonna be really an issue right here. So let's just stick you on the corner... right... let's stick you here. So I've got that. That should help that a little bit. Let's check our graveyard. It seems like, I think it's probably the ambulance situation opposed to the how full this thing is out here, because what do we have? Oh yeah, we've still got plenty of room out here, so that's okay. So we'll get some more ambulances out, take care of the little skull and crossbones. But yeah, that's working good. Let's go check in over here. Of course it is night, so traffic isn't as bad over here, even though, ooh, look at that. There is a lot of goods coming out of this thing. Wow. That is impressive, and that's also scary. You know what? Maybe I should shift. I don't want to one-way them. I could one-way them around the whole thing and force them. I mean, they're all going to want to turn here, it seems like. It seems like some are still trying to go that way. I could turn them away. I could delete this street and force them around the loop, just to give them enough time for traffic to break up. I think that's probably going to be one of the last things we do here. Okay, this side is now a one-way, which that's going to help a little bit here. Now, this little road here, which I could split this road. Could split one side to go straight to the cargo yard, which should, in theory, get rid of the light right here. And then I could split the other side to curve into the industrial zone. But would that leave me eliminating this middle street? That's a very big possibility, so I might do that. I might split this road, that way I eliminate the stoplight that keeps traffic flowing. Now, of course, they're still going to get backed up here in and out of this cargo. This thing's just busy. I mean, that's all there is to it. Only so many vehicles can fit in and out at one time, so you're never going to completely fix the backup here, but I think I might be able to keep them away from this intersection by giving maybe a split off here, but one way in and a one way out off the roundabout. That would also probably eliminate some of the cross traffic as they're trying to go like right there. Very possible. So let me look into doing that. I don't know if I'm going to quite get to that yet. Right now the traffic is starting to flow there because the train's, I guess, good to go. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of work in between episodes on this area. I really just wanted to get this built because right now we're starting to thrive. We're starting to make quite a bit of money. Still room to make more. We still have industrial demand, but I don't quite want to give that to them yet because we're so packed over here. We don't have the road system to really take on too much more industrial. Now, as far as that, we've got that set up, and I'm still running tests on our infrastructure. I'm trying to get our power plant stabilized, which we're still running low on fuel on the oil one, which I don't know. I might as well just really delete this thing. I'm probably going to, and we'll stick to coal. But they're good here in the front. I'm going to need to have plenty of power to be able to take on huge buildings, and that's going to be one of the ultimate goals. So I'm going to work on this a little in between episodes and try to get this industrial area even more in shape. That way, once we are ready to do this over here and start to get those big buildings, we'll have the power, because I've seen it so many times. People jump right into the heavy residential and heavy commercial office buildings, and then all of a sudden, oh, you don't have enough power, and then your whole system just crashes, and you start to run out of money really quick. So we'll take care of that. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode today. I know we didn't do much as far as building new neighborhoods. We've really just been adding on to existing ones, but it's all pretty much going to go into the future and some of the plans I have for this whole map. So anyways, if you'd like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel, and we will see you next time on City Skylines. Thank you!